Okay. Minna Pöntys from Yle. I'm gonna start your presentation shortly.
Thank you. Hello to everyone. As Jonas told, I'm Minna Pöntys and I bring you greetings from Finland, especially Finnish public service media company Yle, or YLE, I call it Yle here. I work there as a strategic head of access services. As we are here sharing experiences about informal language learning, I will start my presentation with a short overview on linguistic diversity in Finland. After that, I will tell you about Yle's duties as a public service media, and I give some examples how these duties are performed. Of these examples, I focus especially on Yle kielikoulu, Yle Språkskolan. This doesn't work. Worked, yes. So, almost 8% of Finland's population speaks foreign languages as a native language. Last year in 2021, this meant about 450,000 persons, and this number will increase by about 20,000 persons per year. Finland is quite a small country. The population is 5.5 million, but almost, there is a wrong number, almost 160 different languages are spoken. Different languages are spoken. So Finland is very diverse in relation to its population. The Ministry of Economic Affairs and Employment of Finland has estimated that 75% of people with a foreign background in Finland have at least intermediate knowledge of Finnish or Swedish. That means that many immigrants in Finland speak Finnish or Swedish better than English. And even though English is kind of lingua franca, it doesn't serve all immigrants and foreign language speakers in Finland. So the best and fastest way to reach society and become part of it is through native languages. Doesn't work still. Yes, thank you. As a public service media, Yle has wondered how it should and could take this Finnish linguistic diversity into account. All kinds of diversity is important for Yle because the Act on Public Service Media defines for us duties that have a lot to do also with diversity. The Act says that public service programming should support democracy and everyone's opportunity to participate. It should support tolerance, equality, cultural diversity. Public service programming should provide programming for minority and special groups, opportunity to learn and study, and also to produce services in minority languages when possible. In practice, I'm optimistic with the clicker. In practice, Yle performs these tasks by taking care of accessibility of media content and accessibility in services. We produce subtitling for hard of hearing. We produce content in 2 sign languages, audio description, audio subtitling for visually impaired people. We take care of web accessibility. We also produce services for immigrants and in minority and foreign languages. We have news in Sami, Karelian, Romani, English, Russian, and most recently also Ukrainian. We have news in plain Finnish and plain Swedish. We have content for Finnish language learners, and we have Yle kielikoulu, Yle Språkskolan, which I will present to you next. Yes. Oh, now there. Yes, next one. Words kielikoulu in Finnish and Språkskolan in Swedish mean language school. So as the name of the service tells, above all, the service is for learning Finnish and Swedish through our media content. Finland is a bilingual country. We have two national languages, Finnish and Swedish. That's why Yle offers two services, one to learn Finnish and one to learn Swedish. In the service, there is an extensive content of public service media. We subtitle almost all of our Finnish and Swedish programs for hearing impaired, and all that content is subtitled also in Yle Kielikoulu and in Yle Språkskola. These subtitled programs can be followed with the support of most spoken foreign languages in Finland. There are 14 translation languages for Finnish programs in Yle Kielikoulu and 26 translation languages for Swedish programs in Yle Språkskola. In addition to learning languages, Yle Kielikoulu offers also a step towards public service media. Media is an important gateway to society and everyday life in Finland, so it's important for us, for public service media, to help foreign language speakers have an access to media content. By giving this access, Yle Kielikoulu and Yle Språkskolan are a way to promote integration into Finnish culture. Next one, please. No, now it worked, or it was here, I'm not sure. There's been a desire to make language learning fun and exciting through gamification in Yle Kielikoulu and Yle Språkskola. So the development of language skills can be followed with word tests and different kind of statistics, like how long one has studied, how many words have been learned, and my personal favorite, what does the amount of studied word mean in practice? Is it the same as Hamlet's monologue or the Universal Declaration of Human Rights or something else? Yle Kielikoulu is aimed especially for immigrants and foreign language speakers who know Finnish or Swedish at least little. But Yle Kielikoulu is also motivating way to learn the other national language for native Finnish and Swedish speakers, like school children, students, or officials who have to study and use both of our national languages in everyday life. Yle Kielikoulu and Yle Språkskolan are mobile and web applications. To use the service, the user has to choose language to learn Finnish or Swedish. Then the user chooses level of her or his language proficiency and language for translations. Then the user just chooses the program and presses play button. It's very easy to use. The programs are shown with subtitles, and service produces dictionary-like translations in the language user has selected. Translations appear by clicking on the word in the subtitle, like in upper picture here, or they can be displayed automatically, like in lower picture. Most of the words are marked with colors, green, yellow, and red. These traffic light colors help to focus on the relevant words of each learning level. Green words are known already, yellow words are studied at the moment, and red words will be learned on next levels. We have had almost 48,000 unique users in the service since summer 2020, when this service was launched in Yle. These users click play button roughly 25,000 times every month. And as there are thousands of hours of content in Yle Kielikoulu and in Yle Språkskolan, we have program recommendations on the front page of the service. These recommendations have an impact on what users watch from the service. The most popular content is news in plain Finnish. Uutiset selkosuomeksi. The news in plain Finnish is of course a good program to learn language as it is, and immigrants are one of the target groups of the show in general. So that's why this program is first on the list of recommended programs. And because of that, it finds the target group well also from Yle Kielikoulu. Other popular content are entertainment show, different children's programs, document and drama series. So via Yle Kielikoulu and Yle Språkskolan, users do find and use a wide range of Finnish public service media content. When we watch the data about translation languages here, we can see some interesting aspects. The most used translation languages are pretty much the same as most spoken foreign languages in Finland: Russian, Arabic, and English. But there is also an interesting aspect when it comes to Turkish. Turkish is a quite small language group in Finland. About a year ago, we got lots of wishes that Turkish should be added to Yle Kielikoulu as a translation language. We did that, and now the data shows that Turkish-speaking community is an active user group of the service, more active than some bigger minority language groups. Finland's national languages, Finnish and Swedish, are also very used in both of the services. Especially Swedish Yle Språkskolan is not used only by immigrants, but also quite a lot by Finnish-speaking language learners who want to study Swedish in Finland. Lastly, I'll show you some feedback we have got from about Yle Kielikoulu and Yle Språkskolan. As you can see, users are quite happy with the service. People from different backgrounds have a need for inspiring and motivating ways to learn language and consume media. I'm very glad and pretty proud too that Yle can do its part to fulfill that need. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Super good. So I will stop this. Do we have any questions in the chat, Henrik?
A question from the chat is for you, Minna. Is there any coordination or any future plans between Yle, I guess it's supposed to be, and other vocational schools to create and design some short and intensive courses for each different profession in simple and in an attractive way than official schools?
No, there is no such plans. I can tell it was very precise.
But that sounds like a very good idea.
Yes, sounds a good idea. And we, of course, as a public service media, we do cooperation with different actors in society. So thank you for posing. Is there any?
One question from the chat is, are there news in plain Danish, Icelandic, Norwegian, or Swedish? I guess the question means for other countries.
Yes, I cannot answer to that. You should ask that from SVTs and NRKs and DRs.
I know.
But maybe someone knows that.
Yeah, I know SVT is on the Zoom, so I know that SVT has news in plain Swedish, so that's there at least. I don't know, but yes, very good. Thank you very much, Minna. Thank you.